Hello, lovely people. Welcome to another wonderful episode of Say It Out Loud. My name is Francis. Today on Say It Out Loud, we are exploring what happens when we don't speak up and why conversations we avoid often shape our lives in one way or the other. What you need to understand is that silence doesn't come from nowhere. It's often rooted in fear. It could be fear of being judged, the fear of rejection, or the fear of the consequence that might follow if we speak up. Many of us have been taught from childhood to keep things to ourselves. Cultural expectations tells us respect your elders or don't challenge authority, even when something harmful is happening. Amazing, right? Society reinforces these two. We grow up believing some topics are off limits. Don't talk about money, politics is messy, or mental health isn't real. And so silence becomes the safer option. But safer for whom? The cost of silence is everywhere around us, believe it or not. In workplaces, harassment goes unreported because people fear retaliation, which leads to toxic environment where harm multiplies. In families, avoiding conversations about money often erupts later into debt crisis or bitter inheritance dispute. On a national level, when corruption or injustice isn't confronted, the system remains broken and those in power continue unchecked. Silence protects the problem and not the people. When we swallow our words, the burden doesn't just disappear. That's one thing you should know. It stays with us. Silence creates stress and anxiety, and over time, it erodes our mental health. It closes doors to opportunities that could have changed our situations. It damages relationship too. Unspoken conflicts turn into resentment, and what could have been healed through honesty becomes a permanent distance. The impact goes beyond the individual. Entire communities fail to progress when they avoid the uncomfortable conversations. Injustice continues unchallenged. Harmful traditions persist. And worst of all, silence becomes an inheritance passed down to the next generation who learn to avoid the very issues they most need to confront. It's true. Speaking up doesn't magically fix things. That you and I know. But it does one powerful thing, which is it opens the door. It invites conversations, change, and accountability. It creates the possibility of a different future. You will agree with me, as the saying goes, change begins the moment someone refuses to stay silent. So here's the challenge. Think of one conversation you've been avoiding. What would happen if you dare to speak? Not tomorrow, but today. One very important thing you need to know is that silence may feel safe to you now. But what you also need to note is that truth is what sets us free. Thanks for listening to this episode of Say It Out Loud. If you have been avoiding a conversation, maybe this is your sign to start it. Don't forget to share and subscribe, and let's keep building a world where honesty leads to healing. Thank you. My name is Francis.